Welcome back. It is 7:44. In this morning's special report, thousands of couples struggle with infertility each year. It can be both frustrating and heartbreaking for those desperate to have a child. Because of this, the need for surrogates continues to grow. I met with one surrogate who lives here in Colorado Springs to learn more about the process. Colorado Springs residents Ashley Bolton and her husband are blessed with two beautiful daughters.
Good driving.
A few years back, they decided two children were all they wanted. So when Ashley became pregnant again, there was some explaining to do.
At our business, I was sitting behind the desk one day, and one of our well-known customers comes in, and he sees me behind the desk, and I'm, fully pregnant, and he congratulates Lake, and Lake looks at him and says, "It's not mine." And then he looks at me and I said, "It's not mine either."
After talks about the pros and cons, the couple made the decision that Ashley would try to carry a baby for someone else. Her journey as a surrogate is a road more traveled than many realize. According to the Surrogacy Experience, the agency that matched Ashley with her intended parents, gestational carriers come from all walks of life. Some are stay-at-home moms, others are business women, some might just be your neighbor, and there are plenty of misconceptions about why they do it.
And are they motivated by money? Are they doing this because they just like being pregnant? And you find the most common response from these women is, "I want this experience. I'm done having children of my own. I've seen other people struggle," or I had a friend who was a gestational surrogate.
In fact, the agency requires its surrogates to have their own biological children, one of the mandatory requirements that also include a thorough background check and medical and psychological screenings. Ashley says it was a decision made by her entire family.
I was still able to get through to my 3.5-year-old that Mommy was going to go through the process and have a baby for someone else. There was going to be a baby in Mommy's belly, but that baby would not come home with us. And she said, okay.
And so her journey of surrogacy began, first with fertility drugs and in vitro fertilization, followed by prenatal care appointments.
People don't really understand how expensive this is for the intended parents. These couples or singles or same-sex couples have been going through fertility for 3-5 years before this. So that's all their own costs. Now to discover they need a third person.
And that includes payment to the surrogate.
Carriers in our agency can make between $20,000 to $25,000.
Maternity clothing and any lost wages are also usually covered. And for carriers like Ashley, they take their role very seriously, developing a unique relationship with the intended parents or IPs.
I am anxious for a baby bump so I can show it off to the world.
Ashley wrote a public blog over the next 9 months detailing her changing body so her IPs could experience her pregnancy every step of the way.
I cannot wait to see them hold her, love her, smell her, and be beyond thrilled to finally have her in their arms.
Even Ashley's daughters contributed.
Handprint.
Ashley would give birth to a healthy baby girl named Amelia, who is now with her mom and dad on the East Coast. And once again, Ashley's family has her attention with no distractions.
I'm glad that she didn't come home.
You happy with just you and your sister?
Mm-hmm.
But this likely won't be her last journey as a surrogate.
It is amazing how many people are like, "I want to do this right again. And typically, first-time carriers will do another journey. So 2, I have some that want to do 3 or 4, and based on their medical condition and everything that happened during pregnancy and labor delivery, they can.
Ashley plans to do the process again in about 2 years. Until then, she has this advice for other women contemplating the same journey.
Knowing that you are fully comfortable only being a temporary home for a child who will go to a forever home. That is important.
And I think if more women were aware of how much they help, and more intended parents know that there's a lot of people out there to help them, I think it's just a unique way to bring two families together.
Well, Colorado is one of the many states that recognizes gestational surrogacy, acknowledging that the carrier has no biological ties to the child. However, there are currently no regulations on surrogate agencies in the U.S., so people should do their research before making a decision.